Tonight on the show, one of the new stars of Top Gear. Now, Matt, I brought along my new Porsche 918 Spider. What do you think?
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah. Tell you, why don't you take it for a ride? See how it feels.
Yeah?
Get behind the wheel. Do it. Do it. Go on. Go on. Go on. Do it. Let's start the show! We've got some great guests for you tonight. Yes, Matt LeBlanc's here from the new revamped Top Gear. Yeah, very excited about that. And I'm told you can look forward to, seeing all your favourite bits from the old Top Gear. Well, except from the casual racism and assaulting the producers. They've binned that. We've also got one of the biggest stars of the hit Game of Thrones. Oh, yeah. Few throners in. She's not one. She was like, what? What's he talking about? Plus, later we'll have music from the wonderful Corinne Bailey Rae. Yeah, we love her. She's very good. All right, let's get some guests on. First up, this man's breakout role in The History Boys took him from the West End to the big screen, where he starred in Mamma Mia, The Need for Speed, and now the epic Warcraft: The Beginning. It is Dominic Cooper. There's Dominic Cooper.
Crevice. Yeah, good. Crevice.
Just there. Just on it. This British actress has starred in a range of films from Much Ado About Nothing to Pearl Harbor and is the ass-kicking heroine of the Underworld franchise. Now she's here with a new Jane Austen adaptation, Love and Friendship. It's Kate Beckinsale. Oh! Wow! Oh! Like a princess. Hello, darling. It's been a very long time. Sit down. This actress has enjoyed worldwide fame as Khaleesi in the hit TV series Game of Thrones. Now she's back at the big screen in the new romantic weepy Me Before You. Sweet mother of dragons, it's Emilia Clarke! Got in love with this man as Joey from Friends, after which he won a Golden Globe for his hilarious portrayal of himself in episodes. Now he's revving up to be the new presenter of Top Gear. Please welcome back to the show, Matt LeBlanc! How you doing? Nice to see you. I actually just said that.
We're gonna
City down, city down. I think you can all shove up a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, in the play a game of two halves. I think,
Okay.
Yeah, try your poor Dominic. You don't sit on the
dangly
actual
bit. I'm hitting the dangly bit then.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
I don't know what to do with that.
Very good, very good. You look like you've just been to a showbiz funeral.
We were just... we feel desperately ill.
We don't feel very well.
Now, Emilia Clarke, did you get to chat with everyone backstage?
Yeah, kind of.
Did you get to talk to him?
Yeah, kind of, maybe. Not really.
Emilia Clarke loves Matt LeBlanc.
Hi. Hi. I'm actually blushing. Yeah, I just think you're wicked.
It's a game of two halves.
I think Dominic's wicked. Big baby in the corner.
But actually, now, is it your daughter? I'm sure you like Matt LeBlanc too, Kate.
Hugely.
But your daughter is quite the fan.
Huge fan. She's a big Friends obsessive. She could go on master. Are you?
Yes.
Oh, we should have a quiz.
Dominic, do you have a relative or friend who's a fan of Matt's?
Oh, many. I mean, I think my mum would pass out now if she knew I was sitting here with you. And I'm obsessed with the new job you've got, which I really, really wanted. I shouldn't have said that out loud, should I?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best job in the world.
Working in the coffee shop, the one in...
Yeah. The new one.
Top Gear. And are you returning the favour? Do you watch Game of Thrones, Matt?
I watched it the first season, and then I kind of fell out of it, and I tried to watch it this season.
That's okay.
And I don't know what's going on. I can't keep up. I feel
There's
so
lots
bad.
of stuff going on.
There's so
Yeah.
much going on.
There is. There really is. But it's okay.
I could lie, but I don't want to lie. I'm a cat.
No. You've seen the good bits. You've seen the first season.
Is it all downhill from there?
No, but what is it? It's season 6 now.
It's season 6.
And it's bigger than ever.
Yeah.
Whose laugh is that?
That seriously sounds like a chicken has been released into the studio.
That's not
They can't be.
Is that I thought it was going to stop because I thought there was a mechanical fault with something. But that's a human being. Oh, it's that man there. All right, well, I'm glad you're having a nice time. Yuck it up.
I will. I will watch, I promise.
I know. I do have one slight request from you, though.
What's that?
So, would you be able to ask me how I'm doing?
Oh, yes, do that.
You can say no. Everyone will hate you, but you can say no.
Yeah. No. Yes. Well, since I, haven't been up to speed on the show, I will say.
Thank you.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah. I caught that from back here.
It worked.
Yes, it did. Very well.
What was really embarrassing is when Matt walked out, I went, how are you doing? And then I was like, oh, shut up. What are you doing? But now, I don't want to depress Kate Beckinsale, but the last time we sat and chatted on a show, that was 15 years ago.
That's a long time.
Isn't it, though?
Was it the show that you had where you'd sometimes have someone phone up and play the recorder with their vagina?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I love that. Yeah. Did you bring that back?
But was it something I said? Because...
What?
I know, I'm confused.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is missing a trick there.
Oh, I was.
That was a lovely idea.
Yeah, but then you went to America right after that and never came back, really, did you?
No, I did come back a bit, but I did get stranded there because my daughter's in school there, so I'm sort of having to see that out until she finishes and then I can leave.
Now, and here's the thing. You look at Kate Beckinsale, you kind of think, a model of sophisticated woman. I imagine you're just travelling with a, small little hold all. But you travel with something, and, I didn't believe this, but I now do believe it. You travel with something, and is it to cheer you up you travel with this item?
Yes.
OK, tell the people what you travel with.
A pantomime horse costume.
Now, she's not making this up. You've sent us you actually... So this...
Me too.
Travel, is it both halves?
Yes, it's a two-man suit.
So you find a friend. You always have to find a friend.
You can't do it on your own. That's bleak.
So, on what occasions do you kind of go, OK, time for the horse?
Well, I mean, if you're on a film and you're, like, in Eastern Europe and you thought your friend was going to come and visit you and they're like, oh, sorry, I can't, my kid's got tonsillitis, or whatever it is, and you think, what am I going to do? I could have a pop into the horse and a bit of a canter up and down the hotel corridor.
Which end do you prefer?
Well, it's height dependent. There's horse rules. So the tallest person... No, there are. The tallest person has to be the back. So
I would have thought the other way round.
Well, no. No, because then you can have a long horse's back.
Of course. It won't look stunted.
Yeah, you don't want a lumpy, short person in the back.
No. And now, you've sent us some pictures. Is this your earliest horse?
That was my first horse, But that was a rental. That was my first time I ever rented one.
You paid for that?
Yes.
It looks like you made it out of some car seat covers.
Well, they're not very realistic. they're not the most realistic, but yes, no, I paid for that. And you had to have it for 3 days. It was a bit oppressive. We had to keep getting in it.
So then did you purchase this next one?
No, that was also a rental. That's my daughter looking terrified. Look, is that...
And is Mummy front or back of that horse?
I think that's back.
You're back,
I think I'm back
Are they
there.
good fun to be in?
Oh, I've got one. I've got it in the hotel.
We must have a go.
Do you want to?
Yes, I'd love to.
I have actually got it here.
And I think we've then got your latest... Is this the one you brought with you?
No, that's actually me and Michael Sheen. He's in the rabbit suit. I can't remember why we were doing that at a bus stop, but...
Or indeed anywhere.
This sounds so crazy. Am I the only one that thinks it's crazy? I love it. It's crazy. Are you a crazy person? Yeah, I want to get in
it.
Yeah.
I can make that happen.
Let's go.
No, I have to say, you're so smiley and you do look like an ad for panto horse therapy. It's like feeling blue.
It does really work. The point is, most people haven't tried it, so they don't know.
Yeah.
But if you're at your hotel, walking down the hall, and you see a horse costume coming the other way, in what world would you say, I bet that's Kate Beckinsale? Matt LeBlanc. Presumably, hosting Top Gear is like your dream job. Yeah, it's kind of like this it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. You know, when I first did the show, it was fun, and then now being a part of it, I mean, it is just a international juggernaut of a show. It's
But
massive.
it's sold in, 170 territories or countries or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
so it
everywhere.
premieres this Sunday, and by Wednesday, it'll be in 83 countries on 6 continents already. By Wednesday.
Wow.
It's just huge.
And like, how did this happen? Did you call them? Did they call you? Did you bump into someone in a lift? How does it happen?
Well, I did it the first time to promote episodes and did the around the track in the car, and that went pretty good.
Well, you were the fastest ever, aren't you? Are you still the
Yeah.
fastest ever?
Wow.
Yeah.
No. And then they did this thing called Top Gear: The Races, which was kind of like a greatest hits of Top Gear, and I kind of introduced the clips, shot these little video wraparounds, and that went good. And then Chris was already on board at that point, and they approached me and asked if I would like to be a part of it, and I wasn't doing anything else. I said, yeah. And it's been a lot of fun. Chris and I get along good. It's really fun.
Yeah, and you are a proper petrol head. I mean, you do love cars and engines and all that stuff.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, like, I'm one of those people, I subscribe to, like, about 15 different car magazines. You go to my house, on the coffee table is just stacked up with, forever I've been doing that. And someone just said to me the other day, finally it's paying off. All those Who knew?
Yeah, you were preparing for this job your whole life. And the first episode, part of it is a kind of Britain versus America challenge.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
So what's the challenge?
Okay, so do you know the Reliant Robin? Remember that car?
There they are.
Yeah, well, these are Reliant Rialtos, the upgraded one, which I don't know what they changed. It's still not a very nice car.
I've never heard of a Rialto. Anyone?
The Reliant Robin you've heard of.
Yeah, Robin,
It was made famous by Only Fools and Horses, really, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a
he
big
did a
thing.
little van, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, we had one of those, didn't he?
But it was a van back
A van
on it.
version. What do they have? Oh, they've got an open roof.
Well, they've cut the roofs
Oh, it's
off of
nice,
this
it's
because it was
convertible.
going to be raining, so they figured it better to have no roof.
Yes. It's Britain.
So we have to drive from London to Blackpool in those.
Nice.
And mine broke down about 10 times. Like the worst one. And I think Chris had it fixed because it's USA versus the UK. And we're in English cars. His is painted like the Union Jack. Mine stars and stripes. And mine breaks down repeatedly. His ran like a clock. Go figure.
And had Matt LeBlanc ever been to Blackpool before?
No, he hadn't.
Will Matt LeBlanc be returning?
He might. No, it was, you know, we actually had a really good time.
And then you went back to my neck of the woods. You were in Southern Ireland, West Cork, and Kerry.
The Ring of Kerry,
Yeah.
and, Dingle, and Killarney, and all that. We did a thing with Rolls-Royce over there. That was really fun.
Wow. And now, was this woman, was she just taking a picture and you literally drove by?
She was with her girlfriend, and they were on their way to her hen do, you call it? Like
hen do, yeah.
bachelorette party,
Yeah.
we call it in the States. And we were driving up the road. It was me and the new Rolls-Royce Dawn, the convertible, and Chris Evans was in his Rolls-Royce Corniche from '76. And there was a comparison, old and new. And we kind of at a red light, I think it was in Dingle. They're walking there, and they come over, hey, and they just took a selfie. And I think she put it on Twitter or something, social media, whatever it was.
You look genuinely happy.
She had a very short skirt. If I must be honest.
Yeah, I know, you look suspiciously happy.
More of a belt than a skirt.
It was her hen do. It was her hen do.
Yeah.
Now, Emilia Clarke brings to the screen it's one of the most successful romantic novels of recent times. It was a huge, huge hit. Me Before You by Jojo Moyes.
Yes.
And it opens next Friday, 3rd of June, and it's everything you want. It's, you know, it's romantic, it's sweet, and it's funny, but it is also very sad. It is
very sad. It is, yes. It's a big box of Kleenex sad.
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 All right, Matt.
Yeah.
Sad.
Sad. Sad, damn it. Yes, sad.
Did she take this story from life, Jojo? Or
She was inspired by real events, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you play a carer, or a woman who becomes a carer?
I do, yes. Without any skills at all. Can't relate to that at all. No way. She's looking for a job, and then this is the job that she gets, being a carer for Will Traynor, who happens to be a quadriplegic. And they are two completely different people from totally different worlds who are kind of forced into this environment together, and they love ensues.
It's very sweet, but God, it is a a box of tissues.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. No,
Sounds
it's
hysterical.
incredibly... Oh, you'd love it. You'd love it, yeah.
But actually, it does have lots of laughs in it. It is.
No, it does.
There's lots of funny along the way.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's
And then it
lots
just
of funny.
kicks you in the...
Pretty much. Yeah, right when you're laughing, we'll just make you cry.
And it's a date movie. You want to go on a date to it. So how do you pitch it so that you don't want it to be so upsetting that you can't have sex afterwards?
No, exactly.
But
you need consoling.
yes, you need... Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Another box of tissues.
No,
Didn't say that.
No, you did not say that.
No, didn't. Sorry.
That's not how to sell this film.
Yes.
But I heard you saying in interviews that this character is the closest to yourself you've ever played.
Yeah, in that I'm not really like Khaleesi. But sorry.
Mother of dragons.
Yes. Hello. The truth. Thank you.
And what I like is, so you're making this film, which is romantic. It is very sad, but you did keep things kind of light on set.
We tried, yes.
Yes.
First of all, I planted a fart machine in his wheelchair, but that only got... you could see it, basically. It wasn't
That's a great one, though.
But is it...
Plant the fart machine.
Yes, I put it in
I'm
child...
a big fan of that one.
Good. Yay. Totally
Carry
brilliant.
one with me to sets too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know where it's good is like if it's a scene in the kitchen
Yeah.
and they have the range hood, you know, the big metal hood. You stick it up in there with tape, and when someone's at the stove cooking, it really echoes. That's great.
I'm going to borrow that. I'm going to borrow that.
But in terms of sort of prank stories on the sofa, I doubt anyone can top Kate Beckinsale's. This is such a genius prank, and I sort of hate asking you to tell it because I would so like to do it to someone,
Yes.
and this will spoil it. Go.
Okay. It was a very impromptu one, because I'd been... If somebody falls asleep next to me, it's dangerous, because I like to glue beards to them or draw tattoos or whatever it is, Pirates of the Caribbean beard, all that. And I'd run out of things like that, and yet I was still after the rush of doing it. So I got into bed, and I think I'd got a little, you know, one of those chocolates that you get by the bed.
Oh, yeah, in a hotel.
And I thought, how funny would it be if I just tucked it in between the person's buttocks while they were asleep? and it was really funny. Because...
Isn't that so good? It's so good.
Yeah, I tried it, and it just sort of came very organically. My eyes fell on the chocolate, and I kind of did that. I see the sleeping bottom here. And then I thought, I'm just going to do it. And I tucked it in, and I thought maybe I'd get in trouble in the morning. But it was a very fortuitous day, because this was the morning where the person was in a terrible rush and just went straight into the pants and the trousers and straight to work. Which didn't normally happen. So halfway through the day at work, there was the... and then a kind of a bit of a scuttle backwards to the loo. And then the horror. I've done this without even feeling it.
Then you eat it.
That is so horrible.
It smells so minty.
I didn't know it was going to go that far. I thought it was just going to be the morning, but it just sort of unfurled so well.
Who was it? Just sleeping next? That's surely a friend of some description.
Yes. It wasn't just someone I didn't know.
No. You see, did you feel bad?
No, I was absolutely
Did
thrilled.
you not like them?
But I love them dearly, but I had thought...
them dearly?
I love them dearly, but I thought I was going to have the thing in the morning of, oh, Kate, you've put chocolate in my bottom.
How big was the piece of chocolate?
It wasn't a Toblerone. It was very small. That would be me.
Was it fruit and nuts?
No, it wasn't anything like that.
Just for the persons, did other people notice the
You're very
stain?
disturbed by this.
I am.
It wasn't up it. It
No,
was
I
just
know. But it was only for their benefit of their. It was their shock, not others who were behind them to see the results of their.
No, because they had on trousers and pants.
But it might have been nuzzled up
No.
the top.
No, because I placed it very carefully, centrally.
Central placement.
Central placement. You don't want it to fall out in the night or anything. Anyway, the thing about chocolate is in the night, between a pair of buttocks, it's going to just sort of soften up.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Was
not...
it nutty?
No! What's the matter with him?
What's the matter with me?
Dominic,
I've been stuffing
Dominic, have you yourself and now you're thinking, maybe somebody shoved some chocolate in my ass? Oh, dear. Now, another film, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kate Beckinsale, and it is a rare thing. This is a Jane Austen story that has never been filmed before. Love and Friendship opens tonight. And it is, because when you kind of think, oh, it's never been filmed before, you think, oh, this probably is a bit pants. But it's so great. Well, you know what I mean? Because you kind of think, like, well, how come they didn't, you know, they've done everything, why not this one? And it's so great and funny, and I loved it. And
thank you.
why has this not been filmed before?
I think just because it was an unpublished novella that she hadn't finished, and it's in epistolary form, it's letters, and that's quite difficult to adapt, I think, because the whole point of being in a scene is that you're in the same room, and the whole point of being letters is that you're not. So I think people probably just kind of went, oh, I've never heard it, oh, I'm a bit tired, and didn't do it.
Yes. and it's not called, it's called Lady Susan.
Yes, the real novella is called Lady Susan, but that title was given by her nephew 40 or 50 years after she died, so we weren't wedded to it.
And you are, of course, Lady Susan.
I am.
Yeah, what's it about? You.
Yeah.
What's the film about? It's all about me. So tell us about Lady Susan, because she is an extraordinarily...
naughty person.
Well, kind of contemporary character. Like, you can't... It's extraordinary that she was a character written back then.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's amazing about it. She's very single-minded in terms of going after what she wants, and she wants, you know, basically other people's husbands, boyfriends, you know, things like that, and a certain amount of financial freedom, which means she has to marry somebody rich and hopefully not very clever, so she can, you know, she sort of cruises through society being kind of naughty and funny, and it is genuinely funny. I mean, I've been to quite a few screenings where you can see that husbands have been dragged there begging not to go because it seems like, you know, it's a Jane Austen movie, and then they're belly laughing throughout it. So that's been really satisfying seeing that happen.
But also it's that thing where even now some of the things she does, you kind of they're genuinely shocking.
Yeah, and I was at a screening in San Francisco full of very cool people and liberal type people who've seen some, you know, and
not just chocolate buttons.
No, exactly, the real actual. And they were watching the screening, and there was a lot of gasping, and I thought, these people can download any type of porn that they want at the touch of a button, and they're in a movie that was written hundreds of years ago going, oh, she never, you know, which I thought was really actually quite nice. It meant nice things about humans.
Yeah. Listen, your daughter, she's 17 now.
Yes.
Lily.
Lily,
Lily,
yes.
yeah. And like all new parents, you took a really sweet picture when she was born. That's you and part of the time Dad, Michael Sheen, and there's Lily in there. And then for her, was it her 17th birthday?
No, she was 16. It was last year.
Oh, last year.
And there's a very big pressure to buy your child a car on their 16th birthday, which I totally disapprove of. So I thought, let's do something else, sort of crafty.
So cheaper. Yeah, so you did a lovely recreation of that picture. She steals it.
She does, really.
She really does.
Yeah. Any different?
But now, the thing is, you're not the first people to do this, because people do this thing of recreating baby photographs. For instance, we found this one on the web. There's a lady with her little newborn baby. Now, let's just wind the clock on 20 years.
That looks like a good opportunity for some candy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get that chocolate in.
That's a chocolate button candidate if ever I saw one.
This is very sweet. It is two little boys in the bath. So there they are in the bath. And again, let's just fast forward about 20 years. Now, that is Rich and Joe Luxton. And actually, Rich and Joe Luxton are here tonight. So where are Rich and Joe? Oh, there they are. Look at them. Oh, da, 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 da. Now, you guys did loads of these.
Yeah, loads.
Yeah, so why did you do so many?
It was a calendar for our mum. We didn't have any money for Christmas presents.
Hearts are breaking all over the country. Best sons ever. Yeah. Is your mom here?
Yes, she is.
Oh, there's Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi. Oh, what a lovely cheap gift that was for you.
Are they naked every month?
No, they're not naked everyone. We've got some more. The attention to detail, boys, is very impressive. Here they are as little toddlers, curled up in bed. Like, see? Look at that.
Oh.
And again, here they are recreating that. We can't show them all, so find it. Which one of you is this? That's you.
That little girl's me, yeah.
Because that is quite the fashion statement for a young boy.
My mum.
Was that your idea, Mom?
No, he liked Bo.
We always wanted a girl.
We won't dwell. It's fine. Wear a bow. And here he is recreating it. Beautiful. Well done, Rich and Joe and their mom. Good song. Good song. Very good song. Now, Dominic Cooper. Dominic Cooper brings us a big fantasy epic, Warcraft in the beginning. It's out on Monday, the 30th of May. And now, because I'm old, I had no idea how popular... I'd seen the ads for Warcraft, the video game, but I had no idea how huge it is. It's a global phenomenon, this thing.
I think it is, yeah.
Did you not know either?
No, I had no idea either, no. It's terrifying. Apparently millions and millions of people sit in their homes playing it on a daily basis, which is terrifying in itself. But, yeah, it's a game that... I'm still not sure what you do in it, but because I don't play it. But we made the film version of it, which is this.
Yes,
well explained,
but it does. No. From watching the film, it seems like it is a whole world. I mean, it's a universe of kind of different interconnected
beings
and
from
worlds.
Different places. Yeah,
yes.
I think I loved the script when I first read it, and I didn't have any idea of the landscape or the world in which it existed. Duncan Jones was the director who made Moon and Source Code. Two really great films that I loved, and is he David Bowie's son? He is David Bowie's son, yeah. Right, okay. And he's a genius. He's a really great director, and he sort of introduced me to this world and what it meant to people, and the storyline itself. I think often there's a lot of motion capture in the film, so there's a lot of different beings from different planets, and then there's humans. I'm playing a human, but it was very interesting seeing that development in the technology.
Obviously, it's an acting job, but there is something else going on. You are joining a franchise. You know, does part of your mind think, oh, well, if nothing else happens, I can go to, a Warcraft convention in 20 years and get a bag of cash and go home?
Yes, apparently that does happen. I'm quite looking forward to that, because that may happen. That might be the future.
So, that's the dream.
You are.
Yeah, that's the dream.
No idea what you're talking about.
What is that?
Because, Emilia, you're in Game of Thrones, which is everywhere. It's like a Top Gear. It's in every country. But
Friends.
Or Friends, indeed. But I believe your parents, Emilia, were a bit worried because you didn't have that much to do in the first few episodes.
No. No, yes. So there's some episodes that maybe they're like, no, it was great, but you're sort of not really on very much, are you? But then I did encourage them to watch not this last episode, but the episode before, which, in hindsight, might have been not the episode to choose.
Because there was a lot of you in that episode.
There was a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yes, there was.
Yes. That might be the episode to dip into, Matt.
There we go. It's a solid place to start.
I can really see how you're doing.
And, of course, Kate, you're in the Underworld franchise, which presumably that taps into a similar fan base.
Yes, but we're quite lucky because ours wasn't based on a video game or a remake or a comic book or anything like that, so they're not allowed to say, this didn't happen.
Wrong.
Yes, exactly, because we made it up.
Because how hard was that for you to get into kind of action mode?
Well, quite hard, because up until that point in time, there hadn't been a Chiswick-based superhero. So I feel good about actually making one.
Pranking.
A Chiswick-based pranking superhero.
And was it on Total Recall, then, you had the unfortunate thing with Colin Farrell?
Oh, yes, because I had this fight with him, which involved... There was a sort of vagina slam to the face, let's just say what it is.
Yeah, OK, yeah.
I'm going to be real about it.
Yeah. We could have talked around that for some time, but, that's what it was.
I just thought I wasn't going to hedge, because that makes it creepy.
Yeah.
So I was on the floor in a sort of shiny-ish trouser, and my legs were open, and I had to sort of slide towards him in a, like a Dirty Dancing sort of way, but a mean Dirty Dancing way, and sort of chin him in the face with my area, and which is tough as iron. And anyway, on the way over, we did it.
What's tough as iron?
Well, I was saying it must be, because he was knocked out afterwards. Yeah. There's a lot going on. So anyway, we practiced it with the stunt people, and then on the first take when we did it, it was very early on in the shooting, and people were still, you know, nobody was yet sort of chummy. And I went zooming towards, it's embarrassing enough zooming towards someone you don't know that well with your iron vagina in the lead. And my shoe made a really very realistic farty noise all the way there. So his face was so horrified, because he was sort of bracing enough for the vagina coming towards him, but then it was kind of going...
Did you ever tell him?
Immediately, but you know, as soon as you start saying it was my shoe, everyone thinks it wasn't him.
I love that story. Very good. It is time for music. This Grammy-winning singer-songwriter has been away for 6 years, but she's back with a new album, and tonight she's performing her latest single, Stop Where You Are. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Corinne Bailey Rae! Come and join us, too. Brilliant job. And welcome to the singers and the band as well. Come on over. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Come meet the others. You put yourself there. And that's Dominic, Emilia, Matt, they're all here to say hello. There you go. Beautiful job. Lovely, lovely. You'd all like to take your seats now, please. Thank you very much. That's gorgeous. I love that song. The way it feels, it's just gorgeous.
Oh, thanks so much.
And that single's out now, isn't it?
It is out now,
yes.
yeah.
And the album's out now.
That's right, the album came out a few days ago.
And what's it called?
It's called The Heart Speaks in Whispers.
What's that? It's such a good name for anything.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Might call a dog that. It's really good. Heart Speaks in Whispers. And I didn't realise, thank you so much, that you've flown in for this from New York.
That's right.
And then, is it tomorrow you fly off to...
We're going to South Korea tomorrow. Yeah.
Wow.
We're playing at a festival in South Korea. So we're about to do a tour that's 5 weeks, and it takes us all the way around the world. And then we come back into London.
Yeah, I was going to say, when can we see you?
Yeah, we're playing at Glastonbury, we're playing V Festival, we're playing with Stevie Wonder in Hyde Park.
Oh, wow.
He's playing all songs in the key of life, so it's Stevie Wonder and Pharrell, and we're doing that show as well. And then I'm playing all over the UK with Lionel Richie as well.
Well, listen, thanks for coming to play for us. Thank you very much. Corinne Bailey Rae, fantastic. OK. That's nearly it, but before we go, we have time for a story from the big red chair. Who's there? Hello.
Graham.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm really good. Who are you?
I'm Ramsey.
It's Ramsey, everyone! Yay! And, where are you from, Ramsey?
I'm from Kent, but I live in Loughton.
Loughton! And do you do something in Loughton?
I live there.
Great! OK, that's a full-time occupation.
Emilia, you are gorgeous, by the way. If it don't work out with Joey, give me a bell.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Who's next on the red chair? Hello.
Hi.
Hi, who are you?
Cynthia.
Cynthia, lovely. And where are you from, Cynthia?
Originally from Dallas, Texas, but I live in Ricelip now.
Goodness. Is it witness protection? What brought you to Ricelip? Was it love, career?
Career, and then it turned to love, so I've been here for 11 years.
Oh, that's a story. Off you go with your tale.
Okay, so I work in human resources for a very large IT company, and about 5 years ago, I was driving to work one day and realized I'm going to be late for the team meeting call. I need to dial in. It was one of those conference calls where you announce yourself, and then it replays your voice as it announces you to everyone else that's on the call. So I'm driving. I go through a particularly, roundabout. I'm still learning to navigate roundabouts. Someone cuts me up.
I hear you.
I have a moment of road rage, and before I know it, I have been announced to the entire conference call as has joined the call.
That's a good story. Well done, everyone. And if you'd like to join us on the show and have a go on the red chair, you can just contact us via our website at this address. That is it for tonight. So please say a big thank you to my guest, Corinne Bailey Rae. Miss